Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Education Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Students, now in this video, we are discussing, we are continuing which one? Asexual reproduction. So in previous video also, in end of the particular my class, so I have given small information regarding sexual reproduction there. What are the points we have discussed? Suppose here the clones formation. Clones are morphologically as well as genetically similar to the parent. So that particular point. Next one. A sexual reproduction process takes place within a single individual. So thereby, what are the offsprings are produced by that particular single individual? 100% means not only genetically, morphologically, in all terms, definitely will be similar to the parental plant. Likewise, we have seen now. So that information continuation. In this video, we will discuss. Right. Now, asexual reproduction side heading there. Asexual reproduction occurs mostly or most commonly in unicellular organisms. This is a point to try to save in your mind. Asexual reproduction, if you take there, that particular asexual reproduction definitely where we can observe in unicellular organisms. Don't forget, mostly or most commonly in unicellular organisms. So at the time, next plants and animals, no chances are been, but there when compared to the unicellular organisms, a kami percentage. So thereby, what is the point now I am going to give you is a sexual reproduction process which occurs in unicellular organisms, plants and animals. But here mostly or most commonly we can observe in unicellular organisms. Next one, in plants and certain animals that have relatively simple organizations. Now, one important point, this particular asexual reproduction process taking place in plants and animals also, but here one condition author giving us, what is that? They must have or relatively simple organizations. So their complex organization should not be there. So suppose if the simple organization is there in that particular plants and animals also, definitely we can observe the presence of asexual reproduction. Understood now? Definitely this asexual reproduction process we can observe mostly in unicellular organisms, and moreover we can observe same kind of asexual reproduction in plants as well as animals also. But what is the condition here? That have relatively simple organizations. So complex organization should not be there. So what are the plants and animals showing simple organization there? Definitely we can see the presence of or the type of asexual reproduction. Now, so in plants, asexual reproduction is of 3 types. So in plants, asexual reproduction, how many types are there? 3 types are there. So first one is agamospermy. Second one is spore formation, and third one is vegetative propagation. One more time you see there, in plants, asexual reproduction. In plants, asexual reproduction, how many types are there? Once you say along with me, 3 types are there. So first one is agamospermy. And second one spore formation, and third one is vegetative propagation. Now, in animals, it is of the following types. Definitely in animals point of view, so this particular asexual reproduction, how many types we can be divided? No, so fission, budding, fragmentation, cysts, and one more is spores. So likewise there are different names or there are different types are there. In plants point of view, agamospermy, spore formation, vegetative propagation, and in animals, so fission, budding, fragmentation, cysts, and one more is spores. Likewise there are different names or the different processes are there in plants as well as in animals. Now let us see one by one. Asexual reproduction in plants, let us see. So there, what is the first one we have to discuss? Agamospermy. So that's why here the side heading is agamospermy. So it is a agamospermy information point of view. Agamospermy is a kind of plant apomixis, apomixis, in which the embryos and seeds are formed by asexual reproductive methods without involving meiotic gametogenesis. Still continuation is there. So now lesson. Agamospermy. So once you see there, it is a kind of apomixis. Apomixis means, so once we have seen, so what we have seen in a second topic means in sexual reproduction in flowering plants, we have seen the information. Apomixis is nothing but the development of seeds without fertilization. Suppose the development of fruits without fertilization, parthenocarpy. So we have seen now. So likewise here, what is the point? Apomixis, it is a kind of so agamospermy is a kind of apomixis, so in which embryos and seeds are formed. So definitely in agamospermy, which one and which one formation we are observing? Embryos as well as seeds formation we are observing by asexual reproductive methods. So there no chance to the involvement of meiotic division. So when involvement of a meiotic division, there is no chance to the involvement of a meiotic division and no chance to the formation of gametes. So that's why here how we have written now, without involving meiotic gametogenesis means no chance to the process of a meiotic division as well as no chance to the formation of gametes. So there, and one more, and sexually fusion of gametes. So there no chance to the formation of gametes means definitely no chance to the fusion of gametes. There is no chance to the formation as well as no chance to the fusion of gametes. I am getting only now. Simple pointer. What is the point now I am giving is, it is a agamospermy is a kind of apomixis, in which apomixis means definitely we know very well, we have seen what is the, while development of seeds there is no chance to the process of meiotic divisions and there is no chance to the fusion of gametes. So when this agamospermy is a kind of apomixis means, so thereby what is the point it must raise in our mind? So there also definitely no chance to the fusion of gametes as well as, and there is no chance to the meiotic division and no chance to the development or the formation of gametes. There is no chance to the meiotic division and no chance to the gametogenesis and no chance to the fusion of gametes. Even though all these are absent, but which one is going to be taken place? Their embryos and seeds of formation we can observe in agamospermy. Right. Now, so thereby this kind of a phenomenon, sorry, it interesting means here without like meiotic division, without gametogenesis and without a fusion of gametes. So here like embryos development we are observing and seeds of formation also we are observing now. So widely where we can see, sir, this kind of a phenomenon means exclusively we can observe in fawns. Under pteridophytes, so fawns are there now, under fawns, so we will observe mostly this kind of agamospermy. So next one, and following plants. So not only widely we will observe in fawns and following plants. Okay, now let us see. Right, examples. Now agamospermy is of three types. So now here this particular agamospermy, so our knowledge point of view or our convenience to study, we are dividing into three types. We are dividing into 3 types. So first one is recurrent apomixis. First one recurrent apomixis, and third one is adventive embryony, and third one is non-recurrent agamospermy. So what are the methods are there? There are 3 different types are there. So first one is recurrent apomixis, and third one is adventive embryony, and third one is non-recurrent agamospermy. First one recurrent apomixis, second one adventive embryony, and third one non-recurrent agamospermy. Now ipo paringa one by one. So first one is recurrent apomixis. Recurrent apomixis means there apomixis means we know very well the development of which one? Development of embryo, or the development of diploid embryo without fertilization or without fusion of gametes. So that particular information only we can observe. But recurrent apomixis means, so what is the specialty is there? Now let us see. So in a diploid embryo sac is formed and having which one? Diploid egg cell which grow into diploid embryo. What is there? One diploid embryo sac is there. That particular diploid embryo sac consists of diploid egg cell. We have seen now, suppose one embryo sac is there, no, there one egg cell will be there, and egg cell pakkathali rendu synergids irukku, middle polar nucleus is present, and kile 3 antipodals we have seen. Diagrammatically structure of embryo sac we seen. This particular embryo sac, now how we are taking? A diploid embryo sac now we will be taking, and is formed having, it is formed, diploid embryo sac is formed, and that particular diploid embryo sac having which one? Diploid egg cell. If diploid egg cell is there means definitely this particular diploid egg cell, suppose if it is a haploid means a chance is there, so for the fusion with one more one sperm, so thereby chance is there to be converted into like how? Diploid. But here the egg cell itself diploid, so thereby no chance to fuse with or no need to fuse with male sperm, so thereby, or male gamete, so thereby definitely what will be happen? No, this particular diploid egg cell which grow into diploid embryo. So here egg cell itself diploid condition, so thereby definitely after few divisions, no, definitely it will be, or which will grow into diploid embryo. So thereby, so this kind of a phenomenon mostly where we can see means, so we can observe in Pyrus malis. Pyrus malis apple scientific name. Next one Allium cepa no, onion. So we will have in our home in curries, so onion, and one more is apple. So now recurrent apomixis one point adu ennadu one diploid embryo sac irukku, ee diploid embryo sac ulle diploid egg cell irukku, adu diploid egg cell after few divisions that grows into diploid embryo. This kind of a phenomenon mostly we will observe in apple, and one more is allium. Understood, right? Next one, so recurrent apomixis is of 2 types. So here if you observe this one, this particular recurrent apomixis, so again so 2 types are there. So first one is diplospory, and second one is apospory. First one is diplospory, and second one is apospory. Ipo diplospory point of view, diplospory information let us see. In a diplospory what is happening? Okay, a diploid embryo sac, a diploid embryo is formed from diploid embryo is formed from diploid megaspore mother cell. Diploid megaspore mother cell. One more time let us revise. Once you see that diploid, diplospory means, what is the meaning? Diplospory means in the formation or the development of diploid embryo, diploid embryo must be there. This particular diploid embryo which is developed from the diploid megaspore mother cell. Diploid megaspore mother cell only is there means that particular megaspore mother cell will not undergo the process of meiotic division, and finally which will be converted into or modified into diploid embryo. Ipo diplospory means, suppose directly listen carefully. Diplospory means, suppose while division of or while development of embryo sac, once we have seen first of all megaspore mother cell formation takes place from the nucellus cells. There that particular megaspore mother cell later divided into archegonial cell or archosporial cell. So again there due to the process of meiotic division, now here you will remember due to the process of meiotic division 4 megaspores of formation takes place. But so 4 these cells are arranged in a linear manner, but 3 cells which are nearer to the micropolar region disintegrated, and one and only cell is remaining which is near to the chelazal region, and helps that is only that remaining particular cell only we will be taking as a functional megaspore. This particular functional megaspore helps in the development of embryo sac. Likewise, in a second topic I have given explanation. So there what is the information? Now here we are observing diplospory is nothing but directly we are observing which one development of diploid embryos or diploid embryo from diploid megaspore mother cell. Point you understood means thereby what is the diploid megaspore mother cell is there, no, that one directly develops into diploid embryo. That particular phenomenon we will be taking as diplospory. One more also is there, that is apospory. Apospory means in apospory diploid embryo it is a kind of apomixis there. Which one must be formed? Diploid embryo sac must be formed, but there no chance to the process of fusion or no chance to the meiotic division. So thereby here apospory is nothing but diploid embryo formation is formed from diploid unicellular mother cell. One cell, one mother cell must be there. That must be one and only the cell. That's why here I have written unicellular, only single cell involvement. So here also will be like that only, but other it was given like that, but no problem at all. But here diploid unicellular mother cell helps in the development of diploid embryo. So that kind of phenomenon we will be considering as apospory. Apospory. Next one, third one. Next one is recurrent apomixis we have completed. Now let us see adventive embryony. Adventive embryony, now here you see adventive embryony. So adventive embryony means the formation of embryo directly from the diploid sporophytic cells. This we have seen in our textbook. So we have seen this one. What is the formation of embryo from where? Directly from the diploid sporophytic cells. Diploid sporophytic, maximum one point you try to remember, maximum members you try to remember this point. What is that? No, sporophytic cells condition. What is the condition, sir? Means don't forget 100% diploid in condition. Diploid condition, 2 sets of chromosomes are present. So thereby here, what is the point now we are discussing? Adventive embryony point of view, formation of embryo directly from the diploid sporophytic cells. Diploid sporophytic cells, sir, try to give examples, sir, means once you see there, what are the examples of diploid sporophytic cells? Nucellus, and one more is integuments. So here the nucellus cells as well as integuments are there, no, outer integument and inner integument likewise. So these integument cells as well as nucellus cells we will be taking examples of diploid sporophytic cells. Of the which one? Of the ovule, but never from the egg cell. One point you try to remember here, embryo formation we are observing. Here the embryo formation we are observing. In adventive embryony, for the development of embryo, there is no chance to the, or there is no involvement of egg cell. Point you understood means. So in adventive embryony also definitely we are observing the development or the formation of embryo from nucellus and integument, but not from the egg cell. Point you understood. So thereby in adventive embryony we are observing the study of, or we are observing the formation of embryo, that is from the nucellus cells, and one more is integumental cells, but not from the egg cell. So this kind of a phenomenon where we can observe, sir, means we can observe in a citrus. So citrus example we have taken. Citrus and mango we have taken in our textbook, and in other books they have given information of citrus opuntia. So in a citrus, so a seed may possess up to 40 embryos. This particular phenomenon we have seen under polyembryonic condition of polyembryony. What we have seen, poly means presence of many. Which one? Embryos. That's why polyembryonic condition we have seen in a citrus and a mango. Same kind of thing only, but no, there is no chance to the involvement of egg cell in a development of embryo. Just there is a involvement of new cells and one more is integuments. Now next one is non-recurrent. In 3 types of agamospermy, recurrent apomixis we completed. Next one, advent embryony we completed. Now we are going to discuss regarding non-recurrent agamospermy. Non-recurrent apomixis. Non-recurrent apomixis. Okay, non-recurrent apomixis point of view. So what is the information here we can be taken means embryo developed parthenogenetically from haploid egg, synergid or antipodal cells. Amma parthatingla ipo paringa ipo in where in a recurrent apomixis point of view, there is a involvement of diploid embryo sac, and within the embryo sac we have seen the involvement of diploid egg cell. But in non-recurrent apomixis or non-recurrent agamospermy, what is the information we are observing? Embryo development common only. Embryo development is common, but this particular embryo, from where we are observing the involvement or from where it is a formation we are observing means it is formed from the haploid egg cell or synergids or antipodal cells. Ipo egg cell, synergids, antipodals, all are haploid condition. Even synergids also haploid, and even egg cell and antipodals all are haploid in state. Means suppose in order to development of diploid embryo, definitely that will be formed only from the or only by the involvement of haploid structures called haploid egg cell and haploid synergids and haploid antipodals. So that particular phenomenon we will be considering as non-recurrent apomixis. Non-recurrent, non-irkana, and definitely involvement of haploid structures, but no chance to the involvement of diploid structures. And the mother remember panikonga. Sariya? Right. Next one, non-recurrent apomixis or agamospermy. Here exactly you see there at a spotlight. How many types are there? 2 types. 2 types are there. First one is apospory and the second one is apogamy. First one is apospory and one more is apogamy. Apospory and apogamy, one by one let us see here. Apospory means aposporous. Aposporous formed gametophyte are genetically diploid leads to formation of a polyploid condition or leads to polyploid formation, hence new species in pteridophytes and bryophytes. So this kind of phenomenon we can see in the development of new species in pteridophytes and bryophytes. So here 2 lines in apospory, 2 lines, 2 orange lines are there here information point of view. So here what is the point here we have to find out mainly means here gametophyte is genetically diploid. So thereby from gametophyte to here which one formation we are observing? The development of sporophyte. So thereby here apospory in 1 line or in half line you try to remember clearly what is that? No, the development of sporophyte from the gametophyte. So thereby what is the point we can discuss? Gametophyte gives rise to sporophyte. So this kind of a phenomenon mostly we can observe in pteridophytes and bryophytes. So in pteridophytes as well as in bryophytes, for the development of new species, definitely there is a involvement of apospory. Next one, apogamy. Apogamy means no gamete fusion involved. There is no chance to the gametic fusion, and such sporophytes are not viable if produced from the haploid gametophytes. And in apogamy, what is the point? No gametic fusion involved. Such sporophytes are not viable if produced from the haploid gametophytes. So thereby here in apogamy, in a single line or in a half line, what is the point here we can remember? No, sporophyte gives rise to gametophyte. Once you see there in apospory, gametophyte gives rise to sporophyte, and in apogamy, which one? Sporophyte gives rise to gametophyte. At least these two lines you try to remember. In apospory, development of sporophyte. Apogamy means development of gametophyte from the sporophyte. So that particular point you try to save in your mind. Next one, in apogamy, so third type now we have seen. So next one there. So three types we have seen. Now let us start to move. What is that? Spore formation. In plants, asexual reproduction, three types are there now. Apogamy or agamospermy. So three types of asexual reproduction point of view: agamospermy and spore formation and vested propagation. Initially we seen no. So there first one we completed, agamospermy successfully we completed. Now let us move on to learn the second one, that is spore formation. After completion of spore formation, which one? Vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation, clear structure information. So I have given in previous videos. So you can watch those videos. Right. Now let us start to learn second one. Second one point of view there. Second one side heading is spore formation. So there fungal members and simple plants. So few fungal members and simple plants such as algal members reproduce through spores. What are those? Fungal members as well as simple plants such as algal members reproduce through spores, and these spores after certain time gives rise to young ones. That is only no. These spores during favorable conditions or in favorable conditions, so definitely gives rise to young ones. So that one we have seen, that information exclusively we know very well. So there, next one, in a different organisms. In different organisms, the spores are different kinds. Definitely will be same, different will be there. Why? Because fungal members and lower plants, like there are different types of plants are there, means definitely in spores also difference will be there. Our different types will be there. So what are the types of spores we can observe means, so already we have seen all these things, but here let us learn by one more time. Zoospores and sporangiospores and chlamydospores, and one more is conidia. So simple information only, no point to be learned newly. So here spore formation point of view, spores formation we can observe in fungal members as well as simple plants, for example algal members. So definitely reproduce through the spores, and these spores germinate during favorable conditions, so definitely which gives rise to young ones. Next one, different organisms definitely having a different types of spores. So what are those? Zoospores, sporangiospores, chlamydospores, and one more is conidia, etc. Still so many things are there, up to here enough. Next one, the spores taking part in asexual reproduction are known as accessory spores or metospores. Means what are the spores? What are the spores involved in asexual reproduction? Emma, what are the spores takes part or taking part in asexual reproduction? So such kind of spores, our knowledge point of view, we can be taken them as accessory spores or mito, metospores. Don't forget, right? So asexual, why metospores means in asexual reproduction there is no chance to the meiotic division. No, Emma. So no chance to the meiotic division means, so at the time that particular spores, how we can be taken? Mitotic spores. That's why this particular name they have given. Emma, mitosis, meiosis, likewise two different types of cell divisions we see no, Emma, in +1 studies. So based on that one they have given this name, metospores. Means if spores taking part in asexual reproduction, so such kind of spores, our knowledge point of view, we can be referred as accessory spores or metospores or mitospores. So this is somewhat information, still information of this particular. So if by searching in another books, definitely tomorrow's means in the next video, definitely I'll give information of zoospores, sporangiospores, chlamydospores, and one more is conidia. After that one, this spore formation will be completed. Once that particular spores formation information is completed, so we will study regarding vegetative propagation information. Already I have given I already have done 3 videos, I hope, I think so. So those 3 videos also try to watch. After completion of vegetative propagation in plants, I will concentrate on asexual reproduction in animals. Why? Because so here asexual reproduction in animals, so once we have seen so asexual reproduction in animals point of view, we have seen fission, budding, fragmentation, cyst formation and spores formation, all we have seen. So that particular information also I will concentrate. Once this particular asexual reproduction is completed, later I will start the information of sexual reproduction. Emma, so don't get fear. So this much of information was sir, why sir, don't get fear like that. It is for your welfare sake only giving, Emma. So you are taking rest only at home. When you will feel like sad or bored at the time, you try to watch our videos. So once or twice if you revise like that, definitely you can save this particular information in your mind, Emma. So don't feel burden. So with pleasure atmospheric conditions, so try to watch. Sir, take care and be safe at home.